Alright, with this video, I decided to do something a little bit different and bought a couple things for it to help make it different. And I'm hoping that I can find a way to talk this entire time. Right now, what you see is me pulling up to the first thrift store I'm going to go to today, which is where I get the majority of the things that I get, which is called Ranch Hope. And actually, there's a guy that I only know pretty much just from him being there. When I come in, I didn't really, I was a little nervous messing around with my new camera, so I didn't really record as much as I thought I would. Here I am about to get out, but you're not going to see that. And I need to figure out how to turn that timestamp off. One of the first things you see me go for is a set of Advent speakers, and boom, they need surrounds. That sucks. And then I just kind of look around for a little bit. Because like I said, the one guy I talked to, he's trying to talk to me the whole time I'm trying to record. Looking at a JVC cassette player for a car. And just kind of look around a little bit. I wasn't really expecting these to look this good because it is a lot of low light in that area, and I got to get used to the fact that you can't see exactly what I see. I thought you could, but apparently you can't. You can see slightly above my eyes for some reason, and that took a bit of getting used to. I think right about now I shut it off after looking at this cassette player. No, I came over here and looked at this record player, which was, and again, he was sitting there, he was trying to talk to me the whole time and look at this record player. And then there's an 8-track player I took a quick look at. And looked around a little bit more, just kind of, I didn't go upstairs and record any video. And now, next door to Ranch Hope is Cowtown. It's really in the same parking lot, so I didn't bother driving over there because by the time my dash cam booted up, I would have already been here. Cowtown is the place to go if you want fake stuff. You want your knockoff iPhone cases, iPhone chargers, fake purses, and fake shoes, stuff that would say like like your Sony TVs, you come here. I showed up at like 7:40. Everybody's still setting up. If you get here at like 9 o'clock, 9:30, this place is off the hook. This place is jumping. In fact, you generally want to stab people because they're too, it's just too crowded, or at least I do. And there's a big outside area. I was trying not to get ran over by this nice Asian gentleman, so I just kind of hung out in there. Out here you have a lot of produce, and you have a lot of like dollar bin things. Actually, you'll see them in a minute. But you get your artwork. But out here you also have the guys selling the knockoff shoes, like the Nokis. The got dresses and stuff. I mean, I'm not a big fan of it because I don't like crowds and crowds of people. So that's not a place I go to. Those blue bins you just saw were where like they have dollar bins in there. Now I'm just kind of walking around and trying to figure out exactly, because it sounds like there's a PA system in there, and it turns out there was. In fact, it's actually playing Alicia Keys' "I Keep on Falling." And I'm just trying to get a little bit of a look out, and up there in like the left-hand corner, you can see where the Ranch Hope store was. And then I kind of look in here, and boom, there's a PA system. I thought I heard a it didn't sound like a standard stereo. It sounded like something that was pushing a little more power. And then I shut the camera off not long after. Now I'm driving out. I don't know why I added this clip, to be honest, but it's a pain to get in and out of this place sometimes. Like right about now, all the people that are setting up are showing up. And oh, excuse me, I'm sorry I'm yawning. And I'm sorry that I don't really have a professional recording situation. I even have a fan going off because it is freaking hot in here. And takes a little bit for me to be able to make a left out of here, and then I think I showed coming up right up to Delaware afterwards. I take a left and then like immediately cut the film off. I don't know why I did that. I think I wanted to talk about something that happened, if I'm not mistaken. Now I did go to one more thrift store, but I didn't get the coverage that I wanted to get, so I didn't even bother putting it in there because I wasn't able to get any video whatsoever. And yeah, here I am pulling up to Delaware. Now I also added a little bit of time on here because I wanted to talk. On my way to here, there's two different ways I could go. I could take 13 south, I believe it is, or 9 south. And I was on my way to 13 south when a elderly gentleman decided that he wanted to occupy the same space that I did. And I ended up in the grass on the Route 9 north towards Wilmington, Delaware. On ramp, or off ramp, I guess you could say. And ended up turning around. The poor guy looked like he tried to follow me to apologize, and I just took off. I'm like, look, you almost killed me. I'm not going to hurt you. Now, around here, this is going to be very difficult for me to find 10 minutes to talk, because I think there's actually like 15. I mean, here is just a flea market, and if you know anything about flea markets, it's a flea market. You know, it's a bunch of people try to sell crap. I was hoping one guy was here that wasn't, and I'm not going to try to ruin it until I'm that far ahead. But this is a place that I used to go to every Sunday with my family. We would actually walk around out here, because my dad had a stereo and electronics obsession. He didn't quite have the computer obsession that I do. In fact, he didn't have it at all. Like you see here, you got guys with rims and everything going on. But I haven't really been here in several years. I came, I don't know, maybe about a month ago. And I kind of got lost at one point. And well, not necessarily lost, but I forgot that I had already went in one area, so I decided to go back down in there. I'm having a hard time remembering that. Oh yeah, at this point I'm texting a tow truck driver that I know about the accident. So I do kind of stop every now and again and text. Well, not the accident, but the near miss, I should say. I forgot to edit that out. I really intended to edit that out. Like right now, you can see me texting there. Again, I'm really surprised by the quality that I was able to see out of these glasses, and the sound is just absolutely atrocious. That's why I'm narrating this rather than you hearing everything that's going on. I gotta try to find 40 minutes to talk. That's crazy. But like around here, you'll find a little bit of everything. Like you'll see me look at a couple lawn mowers. You'll see me look at. Today there was really not that many people that had any good electronics. Excuse me. I think I saw a total of 2 computers. They were both like old, and I mean old Dell Inspiron laptops. And You know, it's just, you know, one day I want to come here when I'm on vacation, because this is a thing that's Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. So some of these guys have been set up. I'm texting Wayne again. Like, some of these guys will come in here Friday and then set up, and they'll leave like their tables and everything there, and they'll put tarps over them. There's a lot of guys out here that just have plain crazy stereo stuff going on too. Like, I saw one car stereo guy. I didn't really stop and talk to anybody. I really should have stopped and talked to a couple people, but I didn't. But I also didn't really have a whole lot of cash on me. Like, you can see some of the tables still set up. Yeah, this is the if I failed to mention, this is the Newcastle Farmers Market. And, you know, because we used to go to church literally right down the street from it. Now the church that I go to is actually pretty much right across the street. But I go on Sunday nights, not Sunday during the day where this would be going on. And, I don't really think anything. Like, for some reason, like today, it was just all kinds of, well, at this point now, yesterday, it was all kinds of collectible stuff. It wasn't really, you know, it wasn't really just normal stuff that I would come and buy. Like, yeah, there was a PV speaker, there was a couple halfway decent looking speakers there, and then there was a boom box from JVC that looked like it had coaxial car speakers in it. And then there's a bunch of lawnmowers. This guy's doing lawn equipment. I think it was around here, I heard somebody saying they were selling a bike for like $50. A bicycle. I think I came around. No, this isn't the lot. Hey, there was a KitchenAid mixer that they wanted $85 for that, which really is not bad. Those things go for like $300, and that one had the flip top. A lot of people like to flip the one with the flip top with the smoother action. Now, one thing you do see a lot in this is a lot of people that have tools. You can usually get a few good tool deals here. And if I had more cash, I probably would have walked out with a few socket sets. You know, I'm one of those weirdos. I'll buy tools. I don't care. I don't care if I have too many of them as it is. I'll buy tools. But, again, I mean, there are people out here that, yeah, this was the car stereo guy. And then there's some bicycles. I don't know if I really need to be narrating this the whole time. And of course, I left my drink upstairs, and this is a very dry base. Well, actually, it's far from dry, but with all the dust down here, the air itself is dry. Bad part is this is the first time I'm actually seeing all this footage at once. I can't remember. I think that was an LG monitor I wanted to come and take a quick look at, and I forget. I think they wanted like something like $45 for that, which seemed high. Did I just see a thing of R134A? There's a guy that's got more lawnmowers. Probably should stopped. I think there was a couple areas I didn't actually. I think there was like one small section because there were some really scary people trying to drive. Now, the one thing that is nice about this is, for the most part, unlike a lot of flea markets, there's not a lot of people just shouting at you. More yard equipment, I think that was. If the one place I go, well, actually Cowtown, they will, like, when they're fully up and operational, you'll have people shouting at you, hey, you want to try this, you want to try that? Like, you know, these guys that sell, like, these I guess, like lotions and soaps and colognes. They'll shout at you. They're just as bad as people in the mall. Now, I'm looking at this, and boy, do I really have to learn to control my head. Oh yeah, that's the van I was afraid of getting ran over by. So I ended up missing out on that whole section there. Yeah, there's people that sell, like, just like Cowtown, there's people that sell, like, knockoff t-shirts here, knockoff stuff here, out here, but for the most part, a lot of the stuff is, what I was seeing today was it looked like people were literally going through the garbage and picking stuff up. The guy's got a bunch of bicycles. Now, bear in mind, I recorded this. It's 2:51 a.m. on Sunday the 14th now, and I recorded this footage right around 8:30 in the morning. Actually, probably closer to 8:40, and you know, I'm trying to remember what I saw. Also, I'm trying my best not to record people's faces. And there's another thing I learned. Those are really cool little tillers. Even though that's the Craftsman brand, I like the Mantis one better. But it's a pretty cool little tiller. And you know, now that it's getting nicer out, I'm having a harder time just staying. Because I should have been asleep at one point. But right up here, I took a quick look because last time there was a Dell Dimension there, and I wanted to see if it was still there. But it wasn't. Well, I wanted to see if he had any more computers. I think that was what I'm trying to say. Oh yeah, I stopped and looked at this Denon receiver real quick. I just really wish people would put prices on things so that I don't have to walk up and go, hey, how much is this? I don't know, I'm weird that way. You know, anytime I'm selling something, I have prices on them. Because I want people to know what it is. I don't want people to question. Yeah, the Newcastle Farmers Market and Cowtown are two that you that get a lot of business on the weekends. Cowtown is only open Tuesday and Saturday, whereas Farmers Market, sorry you have to hear that, the Newcastle Farmers Market here is Friday, Saturday, Sunday. And like right after church gets out around noon, that is a between like 11 o'clock and noon, this place is, to quote the youngsters these days, off the hook. Ha ha ha. And then I realized that at this point I have pretty much seen everything. And I have to be honest, like I'm trying to be careful because, let's be honest here, I'm a guy, and trying to keep my eyes focused, knowing that other people can see what I see at this point. Well, only if I, saved the video, but try to keep my eyes where. Man, I thought I cut all this out, but this is me walking up to the place. I really thought I cut this out. Okay, apparently I didn't. And because I had to go to the bathroom, I'm like, you know what? Since I'm already in here, why don't I record here? Took a quick look, make sure I was at door 2. Right across here, I don't know if I showed it, but Right across from there is, yeah, that's the a pizzeria. They have some amazing pizza. I love their pizza. But I'm just kind of walking through, showing a couple signs. Just there's an older gentleman there that said hello to me. I kind of gave him a quick nod, like hi. And bicycles. I've done a lot of business with that bicycle shop over the years. And my parents used to make me have to get my hair cut at this place. I mean, terrible haircut. I mean, not terrible haircuts, but, you know, the kind of haircuts that generally get kids beat up. And then right down, like, all these places are closed at this point, which is kind of a shame. There's the video game and DVD exchange. They pay cash, blah, blah, blah. There was a bunch of people waiting to go into the grocery department there, the produce. I don't know what that was about. A lot of this stuff here, they actually added an entire Amish section. And I'm not really sure what the Amish section's supposed to be about. And because part of this place was on fire a couple years ago. I actually know someone whose business went out under in the fire, but that's the as seen on TV warehouse, I think they called it, or something, or outlet. I did actually go into one of these places. This is some collectible store. I'm about to poke my head in. Yeah, so I don't go here often. The other week when I came here, I got pizza, but that was it. Oh yeah, and a DVD, there's a Harley place, kids stuff. No, there's the Harley place. I don't like seafood. There, I said it. The pretzel factory, I have been there recently, and they have good pretzels. They hand make the pretzels right in front of you. So it's not a, hey, let's go get a pretzel real quick. It's a, well, we got 5 minutes, let's try to get a pretzel. You know, it's not fast food pretzels. Shame, because like all these were closed. I think that's the Stoltz's sock outlet. Through the years, I mean, it's been probably 10 years since I've been in there, but I bought a lot of socks there. Now, this is the county dump. I was trying not to record people again, and people kept going where I wanted to go. This is a interesting place, because most things are like $1 and up. I think I looked at a box of envelopes there for some strange reason. And I'm trying to show like all the weird crap, and right now I'm looking at a very small window, so I'm having a hard time here. Oh yeah, I looked at this glass ashtray. That was actually very heavy for $1.50. And then I saw something that amazed me. And I'm going to turn back around. Gloves, light bulbs, and spices, all right next to each other. I don't know why, that amused me. Like all this Trisonic crap you see at the dollar store. There was one thing that did amuse me though. That 6 outlet wall thing. That actually didn't look too bad. I like the layout of that versus the normal square ones. I'm trying my best not to give everybody whiplash, but I'm just trying to go back and forth as quick as I can without looking like I'm trying to rob the place. I think I looked at a spatula over here too. Now for $1.45, it seemed rather heavy, but I've got enough. Whoa. Even I'm giving myself whiplash. I'm really sorry about this. Q-tips. And I think I just walked out. Because I was going to go down the last aisle, but then there were people down there again. I'm just like, screw it. Where am I at? Market Vacuum. That's an interesting place. I've gotten vacuum belts from them before for an old Royal that I had. I'm just kind of taking a quick look at the signs. There was one sign I stopped and actually took a look at. Fast Feed, I think it was. Because it had like Simpsons stuff on it. But right there's the pizza, the Mama Fina pizza. And I think I'm out of here at this point. I think I shut the camera off right about here. Maybe not. Maybe I let it go a little bit longer. Yeah, I'm stopping now to... And now I'm driving out of here. Now, the reason I put this in is I want to show exactly how close the next two places I'm going are. And it sucks that there's a freaking traffic light in it. Because now I gotta figure something out. But, coming out of my parking spot there, you know, making a right onto this access road, blah, blah, blah. I'm gonna wait at this traffic light. And I guess I'll figure something out while we're at the traffic light. I really should have sped that clip up. But when I was doing this, I was extremely tired. And I'm like, oh, I could throw this together in like 10 minutes and get it going. Sorry if you can hear that. As I said, it is very dusty down here. And here we go. This is, I think at this point it's still considered 273 in Delaware. But as you see, I just came out of here. Headed down to where I'm going. Don't mind me, I'm knocking on a pair of speakers. Well, actually just one speaker. And going right into the parking lot. Now, when I'm pulling in here, it's about 2 minutes before the place actually opens. And, here's me. But normally, when I pull in here at, 2 minutes before they open, this place, there's no parking spots available. And, at all. So there's no parking spots. You gotta park halfway around. I'm like, hey, what's going on here? This is this parking lot's empty. I didn't even think they were open. And so back into my spot. I don't know if you notice I back into my spots a lot. It's just kind of my thing. And then I gotta stop saying Then I go in, and it's pretty much the level of crap I was expecting. I mean, and I do mean that in the nicest way possible. This is the Goodwill Outlet Center in Newcastle. There are... First place I head is the electronics section. There's usually this Asian guy that's trying to like run me down when I get in here because he knows I go after antique audio equipment. I was looking at this Panasonic receiver, and then I started looking at these teak speakers, and then when I'm looking at this footage afterwards, that's when I realized you can't see exactly what I see. Probably because, you know, I figure, and I'm like, ooh, $5 for a set, that's really not that bad. But I have so many speakers right now, it's not even funny. But I realized that when you look at something and it's below your line of sight, your eyes tend to curve, you know, go down with what you're looking at. And I looked at this Fisher thing. Speakers looked like crap on it. Probably isn't too bad. And they want $9 for this beat up Polaroid DVD player. As if. I gotta take a quick look at these buckets of crap, and I realized, and now that I'm looking at this, I've realized that I really needed to, you know, look a little further down with the cameras. I kind of like those Dell monitors I looked at. And again, let's try to see what kind of inputs it had. Apparently there are speakers in that, either that or that's... I gotta take a look at this monitor I have here then. But and I looked at this Gateway monitor, which Zesty Panda is probably going to yell at me for not buying. Give a shout out to Zesty Panda for some strange reason. Hey, what's up, dude? Keep on pandaing, if that's a word. And then for some strange reason, because there's a power strip right there, I decided to plug in this this karaoke machine. And the worst part is it's the type that the amp is so crappy in it that when you turn it on, you hear the pop from the speaker in it. And I don't know why I went this way. Part of me could name one reason why, but I'm not going to go there. But up here, sometimes there's console stereos and or other furniture. I was just taking a quick look at. Oh, then up here I looked in the door because you could hear rap music, very vulgar rap music at that, coming out of there. So I wanted to take a look at who was in there. I didn't see any good stuff in the that furniture section. And I have a broken wheel on this chair. Well, actually, the whole leg is broken. So, having a little bit of difficulty here. I forget what it is that I saw over there that I wanted to go back to the other side and look. Hopefully I got that on... Oh, that little TV. My brain went, ooh! How did I miss that? I'm sorry you had to hear that. I apologize. And then... How in the world am I looking at this TV and you can't see it? How in the world did that even happen? Oh yeah, I was looking at the one CD player that had 6-disc cartridge slot on it. Those are pretty cool. I decided to take a quick look over here. Well, over here a lot of things are $1. So I figure, hey, I'll give that a shot. And I'm looking over here. I'm not really seeing anything. Now, bear in mind, the Goodwill outlets are the ones where everything that doesn't sell from a primary store goes. So this is crap that nobody wanted before, or that they didn't think was sellable at their normal store. And this, if it's in the blue bin, it's sold by the pound. So I'm taking, I forget what I'm looking at here, and next thing I know, oh yeah, I was looking at this guitar stand, and next thing I know, there's this dude like bumping up against me. So I go this way, and this and some other lady starts like trying to beat me to this cart, and I'm just like, you know what, screw you guys, I'm out of here. And I was looking at a couple DVDs I saw right before I said, screw you guys, I'm going home. Hey, I'm getting a message here on my phone. But yeah, I mean, it's like, and then I'm pulling out of there. Oh, I'm pulling into the second Ranch Hope in New Jersey. And we're nearing the end of my trip here. And, yeah, I forget why I wanted to show coming around this part of the trip. That's actually important business I have to deal with there on the phone. But, so I go ahead and park, and I'm not... And then I go in, they tell me, because this is the one where I buy, like, a box of crap for $10. They told me they didn't have any, so I just took a quick walk around here. And, first thing I spotted was a microfiche. Microfiche. Depending on how you pronounce it. I pronounce it microfiche myself, but I had like 3 people say microfiche. I grew up using one of these things. I worked in a lawnmower shop most of my life, and we had these little slides for the microfiche. Now the one we had was just a little bit different, but that thing was, that's what I grew up on. Now the one we had moved forward and back and side to side. That one just moved side to side, apparently. And then over on this side, there's always keyboards and other crap. Keyboards and printers. I don't know why I looked. And, yeah, so I kind of took a quick look. You can't... Unfortunately, these camera glasses are atrocious in low light. So I run back here, because back here is the electronics. And as you can see, I keep my eyes on the prize all the way back at the corner. And if I had $5, I would have bought that Pioneer subwoofer. But I didn't. And that projector screen's been there a while. I might try to talk them down on that. And then I can't tell you what I picked up. Oh yeah, I picked up this RCA. I looked at this pair of RCA speakers that were powered for some time. I didn't realize that they were wireless, which means they don't have the wireless transmitter, so they're pointless. I think I looked at the fact that somebody had brought in a Pioneer box that had a factory radio in it. And this is unfortunate. I was looking at 2 DVD burners for, I think they were $2 a piece. They were IDE though. And I took a quick look at them and something else over there. I don't remember what. And then looked over there at a couple alarm clocks. and you're not going to be able to see it too well because I didn't take it out into the light too much. But there's this external DVD player or DVD burner. It's an LG Light Scribe that has a FireWire and USB 2.0 that they're asking, I think, $5 for now. I might go ahead and buy that next time I'm there because that's not a bad deal for that. I think it's missing power cords. I was looking at some alarm clocks over here because they have some really neat older alarm clocks. And again, I didn't realize that you couldn't see exactly what I saw. Oh, and I think I was laughing about a TV, a Hitachi 27-inch that was $35. And looking through like the China stuff, and I'm texting my boy Kyle to let him know I'm here, and because I was meeting him, I haven't seen him in a while, and then there was a wrestling match next door, and he had to park far away. And we are reaching the end of this thing. And if you've been with me this long, I thank you, because I'm doing this thing and I'm having a hard time paying attention the whole time. And that's just being real with you, you know? I think we all deserve to be honest with ourselves. I just looked through a couple more of the houseware stuff, toasters and whatnot. But, oh yeah, this really nice fish tank. I forget what the price was on that, but I'm thinking if, I think I might get that for my new house. I just need to know when I'm moving. And I'm just coming up the center of the store, just taking a look through the furniture real quick. And you know, I could probably make a 40-minute video just going through each of the 40-minute video for each of these places, just going through them. But I'm just going to say now, thank you for watching and have a blessed day.